The music video is quite popular as well.
Yeah, that was actually written in the studio then. I mean, it was like the 50s. They said, I've got this song, Boppin' Bernie. And they said, well, we've never heard that. And I said, well, there's no recording of it. And they said, well, how are we going to do a song we've never heard? And I said, we'll do it like Buddy Holly would. And I sat on a chair and slapped my thighs and sang it at them and said, look, this is how it goes. You know, they figured out what the melody was that I was singing and basically what was going to happen. 2 takes, done. And, you know, showing that, you know, I can do it, but it's not easy. It's not like we had tons of nights after night rehearsing it. It was like, I'm going to show it to you. You're going to express yourself for those 2.5 minutes based on what the arrangement is altogether. You know, Buzz is going to play whatever solo he wants on it. So, boom, that came out. And that became pretty much the track that everybody jumped on of like, here's something that isn't you doing, you know, a cover song of this or that. You've actually written this one, and it's current. It's obviously about Bernie Dexter, and pretty much describes how she is, you know, and us together. So, I mean, she and myself, you know, we're not just in it to play the music. It's like we go as much as we can to see what we can. We go to weekenders and festivals where I'm not playing. You know, in 2 weeks we leave to go to England to go to the Rockabilly Rave. I'm not playing.
Yeah.
But, you know, we love it. We want to go and we want to dance for 4 or 5 days or however long the event is and meet our friends. And mainly it's all about enjoying the music, seeing the bands dancing, having a good time. And, you know, a lot of people come up to us at these festivals and go, why are you here? You're not playing, are you? Are you playing? And I go, no, I'm here because I want to see the bands that are playing. I want to hear the music that the DJs play. I want to know what's hot right now. I want to dance all night. I want to bop. I want to jive. And Bernie wants to stroll. And we pretty much are. Bernie is the first one. You know, the doors open and boom, she's on the dance floor. And we're normally, when it's over and people are trying to sweep the floors, we're still there till the DJ's done. You know, so that song pretty much sums Bernie up and how we are. It's just we live for it. It's not just a business where I want to record, I want to do a gig. And, you know, if I do a gig, I want to see the other bands. I don't get in, do my thing and get out and not see anything. I want to be in on the whole night. I want to have a dance while the record's playing and see the other bands on the bill, and this is what I live for.
Man, what a great story.
One more thing about Boppin' Bernie, and that you mentioned the video, that was done by Chris McGee, and he has a company called Bopflix,
okay,
which is one word with an X on the end. And he is the top guy in Europe right now, in England, for doing, you know, videos of the new up-and-coming bands. Just a one-off thing where we were at the Rockabilly Rave, and he said, look, the ballroom is empty during the day. If you want to do it at 11 o'clock in the morning, we'll just knock out a video, you know, you singing, Bernie bopping. You don't need to have a story and a whole bunch of people standing around clapping or something.
Yeah.
You know, we'll just do what you two do, and that's how that came about.
Well, Boppin' Bernie Daddy's only 5'1", but when it comes to rockin', she's a whole lot of fun. She don't go much for standing around whenever she hears that rockabilly sound. First on the floor, last out the door, Boppin' Bernie doesn't realize that she's watched by all the guys, Boppin' Bernie. Well, she don't dig the squares, who don't dig the beat when it comes to dancing and moving her feet. All the head cats say my life's complete. Boppin' Bernie is the gal for me. A baby face belongs in the magazines with a ponytail flying and a deep dark eyes. She's the envy of the chicks and the dream of all the guys. First on the floor, last out the door, Boppin' Bernie doesn't realize that she's watched by all the guys, Boppin' Bernie. Well, she don't dig the squares, who don't dig the beat when it comes to dancing and moving her feet. All the happy cats say my life's complete. Boppin' Bernie is the gal for me. The lights are low, just about we're gonna hold her tight. She said we were gonna go bopping all night. First on the floor, last out the door. Boppin' Bernie doesn't realize that she's watched by all the guys. Boppin' Bernie, well, she don't dig the squares, who don't dig the beat when it comes to dancing and moving her feet. All the happy cats say my life's complete. Boppin' Bernie is the gal for me. Boppin' Bernie is the gal for me. Boppin' Bernie is the gal for me.
And then I brought the tracks from LA where we recorded it. We recorded it at Danny Dean's Multrax studio in LA. But he's been a good friend for decades. I've known him. He's a good rockabilly guy. Recorded it at his studio, brought the tracks then up to Oregon where I am now, and it came time to mix, and everybody in town said, you should take it to Jimmy Bott's place. He was a drummer in the Fabulous Thunderbirds. He lives in Oregon. So I talked to him, and he said, well, really, I'm a blues guy. I don't really done rockabilly, but, you know, have a go at it kind of thing. And I gave him a bunch of stuff to listen to and said, like, you know, this is the disc of all the originals, you know, that we're covering. You know, don't have a lot of time to sit and write together, you know, me being in Oregon and then being in LA. And so we mixed it and remixed it and mastered it, and I hated it, and then then we tweaked it again some more until I did like it. And then right then I got in touch. I actually met Ralph from Rhythm Bomb, which is a really very up-and-coming label out of Germany, but they're all over Europe. They now have branches in London and LA, and they're pretty much gone worldwide now. But
they're fantastic. Yeah,
I was very impressed with them. Ralph said, "Yeah, no, I would put, if you have something to put out." And I said, well, I got this, and I gave it to him. He said, I actually gave him both Gretsch Brothers and the Rootsman record, and he said, I want to put out the Rootsman record because what he does is the more traditional thing, which is Rootsman is me doing traditional, a little bit of, you know, Buzz Campbell is a genius, he does his own thing, and I just want to let him have room to do his thing. So people say, oh, you record way too many cover songs. But when I do them, I'm trying to do my interpretation of them. I'm not trying to phonetically sound like Jim Benson or Johnny Bennett or whoever it is, or Carl Perkins. I want it to sound like a Levi record, and my interpretation of those. You know, I'll never be better than the original. The original is the original, but an alternative version that is good in a different way, and that's what I try to do, and that gives me pleasure to be able to, you know, my favorite things, you know, but my interpretation of it. Hey, this is Levi Dexter, and you're listening to the Rockabilly and Blues Hour with Jammin' James Riley. Tune in and rock out.
A gang of kids stood around an old jukebox. They put some money in and it began to rock. The rhythm in their bodies, it began to swing. Right on, singing some crazy heck, and they started rolling to the jukebox rock. Into the jukebox rock. Well, if you don't dig it, daddy, it'll drive you batty. Let's roll to the jukebox rock. They all made a circle, started clapping hands. And jumping John with his bunch of friends. Some jumped like a rabbit trying to get in the groove. Don't slow down, buddy, we just started to move. We started rolling to the jukebox Well, the waitress came out trying to take their order. They glanced at the jukebox and they jumped a quarter. She winked her eye and hollered, man alive, kick off your shoes and let's dig that jive. Started rolling to the jukebox rock, rolling to the jukebox rock. Well, if you don't dig it, daddy, it'll drive you batty. Let's roll to the jukebox rock. Roll to the jukebox rock. Yeah, roll to the jukebox rock. Roll to the jukebox rock. Yeah, baby, let's roll to the jukebox rock. Yeah, roll to the jukebox rock. I said roll to the jukebox rock. Yeah, roll to the jukebox rock. Come on, roll to the jukebox rock. Well, if you don't dig it, daddy, it'll drive you batty. Let's roll to the jukebox rock.
Rollin' to the Jukebox Rock from the album Roots Man. That's our featured guest in our Levi in July series, Levi Dexter. Do you have some requests you'd like to hear?
I don't need to go over the 50s stuff because, like, you know, when I first came over in 78, I'd say rockabilly and then people knew nothing. And it was kind of cool for me. I could do Joe Clay songs and they thought they were my songs.
Yeah.
I would always say, you know, this is a Joe Clay song.
Sure.
In other words, I love Joe Clay. He's my man as far as like the 50s guys. He's crazy still on stage.
Yeah.
And I just saw him obviously at Viva Las Vegas. And I said to him, you know, Elvis is king and all that, but, you know, he's actually fantastic on Sun Records and good until he went in the army. And then he became sort of like smoothed out pop guy. I said, but Joe Clay did one album and it was killer rockabilly and there was no filler on it. It was all killer rockabilly, all killer, no filler,
yeah,
as we say. And I always, I mean, since Levi and the Rockettes and the Ripcords, we used to do Cracker Jack and stuff like that. We used to do a lot of his songs, and 16 Chicks. I've been doing a song for years with just about, it's funny, just about every record that I've done seems to have 16 Chicks on it.
I got 2, 4, 6, 8. I got 2, 4, 6, 8. I got 16 chicks sitting on a tree. One turned around and took a look at me. Hey, little chick, tell me what's on your mind. Hey, you got me walking in and talking in and laughing and keep on crying. Well, I knew someday that the time would turn. We all got a lesson that we gotta learn. Hey, little chick, tell me what's on your mind. Yeah, you got me walking in and talking and laughing and keep on crying. Get it now, go, go! Well, you come to my house, but you couldn't come in. Me and my baby wanna make you friends. Hey, little chick, tell me what's on your mind. Yeah, you got me walking in and talking and laughing and keep on crying. Hey, get it! You make my temperature rise, my head go round. I need your loving, baby, when the sun goes down. Hey, little chick, tell me what's on your mind. Yeah, you got me walking in and talking in and laughing and keep on crying. Hey, I got 16 chicks sitting on the tree. One turned around and took a look at me. Hey, little chick, tell me what's on your mind. Yeah, you got me walking in and talking in and laughing and keep on crying. Hey, 16 chicks, yeah, 16 chicks, baby.
Hightone Records presents Levi Dexter and the Gretsch Brothers on limited edition vinyl.
I got 7 nights to rock. I got 7 nights to roll.
Levi Dexter and the Gretsch Brothers all through the night on custom pink and black vinyl, limited edition of 1,000 numbered copies.
She's waiting for me and I'll be on time. I gotta roll, 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 roll.